Action Comics 1016, Brian Michael Bendis writing, with Simon Kudransky on the art. So that's picked up. Naomi, of course, has been at the Hall of Justice. Superman sped off last time to deal with a crisis, as it were. And here we see the aftermath of this crisis. We see people being interviewed in the street about the big fight that happened between Superman and Red Cloud. And we kind of jump back and forth to see what the actual fight was. I like this issue a lot. I thought the action with Superman and Red Cloud was very invigorating. Everyone kind of describing that it felt like Superman was frustrated or angry was kind of cool.
I love that instead of being this big massive fight scene, like this story is told with a lot of double page spreads, but in those double page spreads, it's the people of Metropolis describing what had happened. So you're getting more pieces of this. Like you're getting a big double page spread of Superman fighting Red Cloud, but in these smaller ones, it's filling that bigger picture in with the smaller details. So I like that a whole lot.
Yeah,
that was a nice little touch. And then the stuff with Naomi and Batman is always a good. It's always a good time. I like that Bendis seems to enjoy taking the piss out of Batman.
Yeah, and not in a mean-spirited way,
which I can always get behind. So.
Yeah, but not in a mean-spirited way. It always feels very kind of genuine. No. But I think to point out the structure here of the book is that, you know, it's them describing the fight with Superman and Red Cloud and how he's kind of getting his ass kicked. And it doesn't reveal that Naomi got involved until they kind of bring up that there was light or that, you know, someone else showed up, and then we see the light and it's like, oh, this must be Naomi. So then it cuts back to Naomi in the Hall of Justice and deciding to go and help Superman. And it's got this little moment of defiance where, you know, she sees it on the news and Batman's like, nah, you can't go that. You've got an alpha level power and you've got no training. Like, there's no way you can do this. And she's like, alpha power? Yeah, okay, thanks, bye. And Batman just has, there's a little close up panel where Batman just kind of smirks, like, okay, I like her. Like he's decided that. So I don't know, I like that. So yeah, the fight itself is pretty good. Basically, you know, Red Cloud's been enhanced by whatever tech Lex Luthor is giving her. And that's something that sort of comes up in conversation later when we get to the last scene. But Batman and Superman take Naomi home. And Naomi's mum is like, oh, hey, you're Superman. And I do kind of love how Naomi's like, Batman's around here somewhere. And then Batman appears by the bottom of the page. And she's like, oh, there's Batman. And he's like, I'm Batman. And her mum's like,
damn right you are.
Damn right you are.
the one that got me is when they show back up to Oregon. Yeah. And her mom's waiting, and she goes, hi, Mom. And Superman, of course, goes, hi, Mom. And then there's a hesitation from the Batwing. He goes, hi, Mom. Like, it's delightfully awkward coming from Batman. I like that. And, but yeah, and then we get to see something's going on with Star Labs here, you know.
Yeah, because they're going to look, because of the portal opening Naomi, you know, from the dimension. Starlab's going to keep an eye on this area and sort of do some scans and yada yada yada. And Superman and Batman are like, I mean, we don't know how much we can trust them right now, so we'll keep an eye on them. But we don't have time to deal with it ourselves because we've got Leviathan, and you know, Batman even mentions Bane and everything that he's got going on. Yep. So that's kind of neat. So we meet this Dr. Glory from Star Labs, who's going to kind of liaise with Naomi. So we'll see how that goes. And then the final little scene is Leon, you know, from the hidden underground sort of mafia,
who turned down Lex, of course. From
yep.
You know, that's how it ended up with Red Cloud.
But she sees that Red Cloud has accepted some stuff from Lex, and she's like, "This means we're at war. Everyone's at war in Metropolis, and it's time to not be so secret. We're going to reveal just how powerful we are." So we end with her smirking, very sinister.
Yeah, which I liked a whole lot. Now says we're going to open up and see how big of an empire we built under them. So I was like, oh man, she's gonna make moves now.
Yeah, so, in the middle of all the chaos and doom, as it were. So no, really solid issue. I think narratively it flowed very well. The way it revealed the fight and that Naomi like joined in, and then sort of cut back to the decision to join in. And it's fun because this felt like a nice little 2-issue like crossover with Naomi. Which, you know, will directly feed into what her season 2 is going to be when that shows up. Although I feel like she's probably going to show up in Young Justice or something before then as well. Yeah. Is what I'd expect. But no. And no, it's very good actually. I think, again, I've said this, I think Yeah, Kadransky's someone I didn't really know, but so far with these action issues, I've been really impressed.
Yep, well, especially how this is all broken up with Trish Q interviewing the people. There's this other line that we forgot to mention of Perry's kind of pushed her to be an actual reporter, not just a gossip reporter.
Yeah.
So I like that too, that there's a little bit character building there with her there. And then the first page, which, action's been great with these. They're like the Twitter page, and this one's for the Daily Planet, and there's so much here.
Yeah, a bunch of references. One of the hashtags that's trending, Supergirl infected, so that's kind of teasing the Secret Six stuff. And
Olsen of Gotham, Power of Hex, but
actually, that Power of Hex, I almost feel like a subtle wink to Marvel to me. Because of Powers of X, I don't know.
Right, yeah, that's why I brought it up. Well, and also because there's that mystery with Jenny Hex and what's in the trunk.
Yeah.
Right, but there was that too. Because we know that Bendis and Hickman are really close, so that was fun. But there is the stuff about Adam Strange here too, with the Black Stars, United Planets, what's going on off-world, and exclusive. Where was it? There's something that stuck out to me, but I got this before bed last night, so a lot of it's blending together.
In the ether.
Yeah. Anyways. There's the checkmate on the side, which is the first time I remember seeing this in recent times. So, but yeah, so I'm wondering if that's gonna tie into Rucka's stuff over in Lois. But yeah, no, it's really, really, really solid. Action is. So I keep telling people that if they're gonna read one, like Superman's fine, but it seems to be tying into other things more. So action's been kind of chugging along, telling its story. Here it ties into Naomi, but I think if you didn't read Naomi and pick this up, this might make you want to go read Naomi. So
I think they're both guilty of it in a way, because Superman obviously ties into the Legion stuff, and it tied in before that heavily with Supergirl because they were both dealing with Rogol Zar. Action, before this Naomi stuff, it led to Event Leviathan, which is again, tie-in's a bit of a weird phrase, but because it kind of came from Action, but it became this other miniseries that you can go and read.
Right.
As someone who likes all this stuff, though, it's actually a really nice little world that Bendis has built a corner out of. So. Yeah. I can't complain too much. So what are you rating Action Comics?
I'm going to give this one an 8.5.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. 8.5. I thought the narrative structure was really good, and then obviously the awkward Batman humor with Naomi and all that was enjoyable.